Let's turn this into a Rabbit Hutch. Materials used is in the video description. 2 boards are laid sideways. They are 2 by 8 by 12 foot. 2 more boards are placed sideways. They are 2 by 8 by 4 feet. Screw them in using 1 screw on each side so you can adjust for square later. Now we need to get this high enough to add the legs. 2 by 4 by 8 feet long will be used for legs. Measure out 30 inches from the bottom and draw a line. Hold the board like this to the line that you drew, so that all 4 legs will be the same height. And put 1 screw in for each leg so that you can adjust for square later. Place a second screw into the main frame. Using a right angle tool, line up each leg with the frame and insert the second screw into the leg. Check the distance between middle, top, and bottoms of the legs to make sure they are all the same lengths. These 2 by 4 by 2 feet long boards are cut in this angle and will be used as braces for the legs and frame. Now we need to get this frame off the stand and on a flat surface, then add more braces. But first, let's check to see if this is square. Measure out this way and that, and make an X. If both lengths of the X are the same, then it is square. Now add angle braces here so that the frame will not be able to flex this way or that. These screws can slip off of the drill a lot with a worn bit.
Ow. I stabbed myself.
Off camera, I cut the top of the leg boards to 6 feet and 5 feet to make a 12-degree slope about. Then I added 2 more 2 by 8 by 12 foot boards at the top. And there are a total of 3 leg braces as seen here. On another day off camera, I added 5 boards on the back, 5 boards for flooring, and 5 boards on the front. They are all 2 by 4s. I also added 2 more 2 by 8 by 4 foot long boards to join the top frame. Eventually, I'm going to have to move this 500-pound structure to the backyard. Somehow. If the wire mesh is too small, the rabbit poop will not go through. If the wire mesh is too big, the rabbits will have sore feet. Check the video description for what I used. Drop a comment to let me know what I did wrong. On a tiny yard cart, me and Sophie managed to move the rabbit hut along this path. The roof is vinyl, and I did the best I can to install it without reading the instructions. The roof is supported by 2 by 4s, spaced out about 11 inches apart, to hold the weight of snow.
That's really good. Look at that, how solid it is.
This is how I extended and strengthened the sides of the roof. These roofing screws have a rubberized washer built in, designed for the vinyl. The vinyl must be pre-drilled, but not the wood. Look closely and you'll see the washer go squish. Now after I completed this project, we did have a big windstorm, and everything turned out fine. The roof is completely intact. But I must say, this is not the proper way to install this roof. Here's a picture of the instruction from the manufacturer's website. The instruction shows framing boards going vertically and horizontally, but they're spaced out 24 inches apart. My boards I did only vertically, and they're 11 inches apart. To be safe, I put an excessive amount of screws in. I added these walls for the winter. They can come out with ease like this. The sliding walls are held in place with this 2 by 4 cut at an angle to act as a wedge. These little eye hooks were added to hold the door in place. Now let's take a look inside here. For my first attempt, I set up the bunny's hiding spot like this. This removable board acts as a platform to support the hay above it and create a little bubble space for the rabbit to hide in. Let's remove the rear wind blocker to bring in some light and have a look inside the rabbit bubble shelter. The rabbits can clean this up when they move in. For now, I laid this mesh on top. Then I laid this piece of plywood on top and stapled it to it. That's just temporary. These hinges are heavy. I found them in a 3-pack for about $11 each. The hinges self-stop right about there and feel pretty strong, like they're not gonna break. Now to install these $8 food dispensers. Just a small cut here, move the latches up, insert this way, then push the 2 latches down. Now we can feed the rabbits without opening the doors and avoid a rabbit attack like in Monty Python. Okay, all the rabbit feeders are installed, and here's what they look like from the distance. Now it's time to simulate a 55-pound rabbit test to make sure that this cage can hold. I used 15mm staples to hold the cage in. Careful. Alright, that's all I have to show for now, as I'm waiting for the town's approval to allow me to keep rabbits back here. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe. And thank you for watching.